Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, physical therapist, life and health coach, and I'm here tonight to talk to you about 2 exercises that are going to help your back and your knees, and I think you want to hang with me to watch those. Those are going to be at the end, and then I'm going to talk about a subject that is just prevalent. I mean, I hear it every day, especially with the work that I do to help people to change their limiting beliefs and move to a better place. And so I'm going to wait a couple of minutes for some people to jump on, but while I'm waiting, we're going to talk about something very important. Okay, so what I'm going to go over here is I'm going to talk about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So don't shut me out. This isn't, well, it is a psychology lesson, but psychology is the study of the brain, but it's also a study of how to overcome your thinking. So there's a big difference in your mind and your brain. Your brain is that thing that sits inside your head, and it's made up of flesh and made up of mostly fat cells, so another reason why you need to eat good fats. But your mind is what you create, and you create it with your thoughts and what you allow. But I'm going to show you some other things that you might not realize. Okay, so I'm going to start up here with this circle, and I've taught this hundreds of times, and every time I teach it I have a new awareness about it. But basically, this is your brain. We're going to say this is your mind, not your brain, but your mind. And in your mind there's your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Okay, hey Sandra and Bonnie, thank you for joining me. Okay, so your conscious mind is your thoughts, what's coming in. It's the information coming in. So right now, if my phone was to ring, that would be a conscious thought, all right? And if I ask you, what's your phone number? It's not in your conscious mind, it's in your subconscious mind, but because I've asked you for the number, you'll have to pull it up from that memory into your conscious mind, and then it becomes conscious, right? Okay? So your conscious mind are your thoughts. It's just kind of what's bombarding you all day long. Like that pillow is beige. You know, what I'm talking about, these are my thoughts. It's not in my subconscious mind. It's not down there, but it's in my conscious mind, okay? Now, your subconscious mind are your beliefs and your preconceived ideas. And how did you get those? How did you get these beliefs? Hey Kim, hey Alexis, how did you get these beliefs? You got these beliefs on the playground of life, okay? And somebody may have told you you're not very smart, or you can't do math, or you're fat, or you're too skinny, or you'll never amount to anything. Those are preconceived ideas that you have thought about, and you put them into your subconscious mind, okay? And there's millions of those down there, and you have lots of thoughts every day, but you have a lot down here in your subconscious mind. For instance, here's an idea. Okay, so you didn't get up last Easter or last Christmas looking for your Santa Claus gifts or your Easter Bunny presents. And the reason you didn't is because you don't believe Santa Claus exists anymore. So you don't wake up expecting those gifts. But there was a time that you believed that, and so because you believed it, you acted on it, okay? And the same thing with Easter Bunny. If you believed there were going to be Easter Bunny presents, that there was an Easter Bunny, or even that your mama was leaving them, or daddy, you got up early. So what you believed, your belief system about that thing drove your actions. So for me, because I am a healthy person, I believe I am a healthy person, I believe that healthy food makes me operate better, have better health. Just like today, I had a great morning, okay? I did a lot of busy stuff. There are things I do because my actions drive that. Tonight, we had a healthy supper. Oh, I want to show you my supper. I plated it up for you to see it. Okay, here you go. Here's some grilled chicken that I had marinating for a couple of days, actually. and some deviled eggs or stuffed eggs, whatever you want to call them. They are delicious, perfectly keto. I put a little bit of monk fruit in there because I like sweet pickles in my eggs, but sweet pickles have sugar in them, so we don't do sugar. And then this is baby kale and arugula that I sauteed in some good, healthy, grass-fed butter. And who wouldn't want to do that? Okay, so because I believe that I want James and my belief is that if we feed our body good fuel, it will perform. I'd made that. And he even said later this afternoon, he forgot I told him I had that chicken. He said, you want to go pick up something? I'm like, why would we do that? I've got chicken. He said, oh, I forgot that. I've got chicken, I've got greens. He loves stuffed eggs. And so we had that, and it cost me maybe $12, and I've got enough left over for another meal, so that's $6. That's a lot cheaper than going to a fast food and spending $10 or $15 on for each of us, really $10 for each of us. Okay, so that enough said about how your beliefs drive your action. Your beliefs drive your action. Okay, so what we're doing, what most people are doing, really everybody's doing, I do a lot of life coaching, helping people to overcome getting stuck. And what I see them doing when I interview them is they are recreating their same story. And the reason is because their beliefs are staying the same. They don't believe that they can get a better job. They don't believe that they can lose weight. They don't believe that they can quit drinking or smoking. They don't believe, and it's a belief. But once they change their belief and put a plan in place, then they can move to a higher level of belief. You see, what you're believing now, you're operating at your highest level of awareness. That's where you're operating. And once you change your awareness, then you can change your life. So my slogan for my business is change your story, change your body, change your life. So if you want to move to a better place, you got to change your story. But if you keep telling yourself, you're recreating. We're not creating anything new because we're not having any new beliefs. Think about it. What are the things in your life you've changed? When you think you need a new car, if it's a belief, then you're going to go start looking for one, okay? If you think you need a new pair of pants, it's a belief. Before that, you didn't believe it. You just were okay with what you had. But once you start to believe something different, then you'll go looking for something different. Okay. So your beliefs, what your beliefs are, drive your actions, which gets you a certain results. Okay. All right. So I want to talk about getting stuck and how you can move away from that. So the first question you have to ask yourself is, how did I get here? How did I get to this place, and where am I going? You know, hopefully for my clients, they're going to a healthier place. All right. So I was telling one of my clients this morning, she's got a lot of weight to lose, and she's like, but I'm going to do it. And she said, I've been working on getting this weight for a long time. I said, you have been working on going to the nursing home. You've been making choices to get you to that. But now You've taken your arrow, your bow, and you're changed, and now you're choosing to stay out of the nursing home. You're choosing to have a better end-of-life experience, okay? That's really what we're choosing, is the daily choices that we're choosing that changes our outcome and our results. And so how will you get there? I left the E off. How will you get there? All right, so I want to go over this, and then I'm going to show you one last thing. Then I'm going to show you 2 exercises that will help your sciatica and your knee pain, okay? You know, I am a physical therapist. Did that for 43 years, so we'll talk about that. All right, so here we go. So there are 4 things that successful people do. Number 1, they have a burning desire. So you have to get a belief that you can do it. You have to have a burning desire, and usually a coach is what helps you to get that, or somebody that's going to come alongside you. So that's number 1. Number 2, you have to have a plan, and that's what I give people. I give people a plan, a way out. All right, I have so many people that say to me, God brought me to you, and I'm like, he did. He's making a way. All right, number 3, you have to shut up the naysayers. And those are the voices in your head that are saying, this little bit won't hurt, or I'll start tomorrow, or people even saying, well, you've tried that before, whatever it is. Even if you're trying to quit smoking, you've got to be able to shut up the naysayers. The voices in your head that say, you just got to have a cigarette, okay? And at first it starts off with a physical addiction, but after about 3 days, your cells quit craving, but then it's a mental thing. All right, so then number 4 is you got to have community. You got to have community to support you in a big new transformation. So that's what I offer. All right, so here we go. I'm going to flip the camera around a little bit, or actually put it down here, because I'm going to get down here on the floor. So if you want to do this with me, that would probably be good. If you want to do it with me, I think, let's see, let me move you over here. All right, and so you can see me. All right, so I'm going to get down here on the floor. And here's what I want you to do. You can see me, all right? So I want you to prop your phone up if you need to, or you can watch this and then try to get down. All right, so you want to scoot and put your butt up against the wall. So we're just going to pretend like this is a flat wall. This is actually my cabinets, but it's a flat wall. And then you're going to lay down on your side, okay, and try to get your butt up next to, your hips up next to the wall, all right? And then you're going to roll over and put both hips up on the wall. So I'm laying here, I've got my hips up against the wall and my feet up in the air, okay? And this is actually a good position just to lay down and meditate in. So before we start with the stretch, I want you to just do some deep breaths, because people really do not even realize how important it is to breathe deep. So you want to breathe in through your nose, pull your belly button towards your back, and push out. And breathe in and push out. Okay, now you want to take one leg. It doesn't matter which one. We're going to do both of them. So you might want to start with, if you have sciatica, down one leg, start with that leg. And you're going to bring your foot up, and you're just going to cross your leg over. You might call it the 4 position, because it kind of looks like a 4. All right, and you're just going to have your ankle resting across your leg and bring it in as far as you can. If you can only get it down here, that's okay. All right, bring it in. All right, and now you want to flex your foot. So bring your toes toward your knee, all right, toward the leg that's bent. All right, and you just want to hold that position. And if you want to stretch, push it down, that's okay. But just lying in this position, and you want to stay in this position for 30 seconds or more. Some people stay for 2 minutes. If I'm doing it, I'll just do like 45 seconds, because I'm kind of ADD. Well, I'm not even going to say that. I'm kind of impulsive, so I'm ready to go to the next thing. But you just want to lay here. And what you're doing there is you're stretching that little piriformis muscle, which is a small little muscle that can cause sciatica. Sciatica being a pain that runs down your leg, maybe the back of your leg. Okay, so give that a good stretch. Now we're going to put our leg back up, and we're going to pull the other leg down, okay? And usually one is a little tighter than the other, but that's okay. Just go ahead and stretch it, okay? And you want to lay in that position for 30 seconds, okay? I'm not going to lay here very long because I want to get on with the video, but while I'm stretching, I want to tell you this. I have people come up to me. In fact, a cousin of mine came up to me a couple of years ago, and he said, you remember those knee exercises you showed me years ago? And it had been 20 years. Remember, I did this 43 years, so you can imagine how many patients I saw, all right? And he said, you showed them to me, and you told me if I did them every day that it would help my knee pain. And he said, I started doing them, and I did them every day for years, and I never had another knee pain after that. But people, it seems to me that people want to go to the doctor and get some fancy exercise, or they want to pay to go to physical therapy, and you know, that's okay. But sometimes it's just a very simple thing that you could do that would get you better. Okay, so now let's bring our legs down, and I'm going to show you the knee exercise. Now you can do this one sitting on the couch or on the bed. You don't have to be on the floor, but since I'm on the floor, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So you want to get a little blanket or a towel. This is actually a big bath towel that I've rolled up. You want to roll it up firm so it's firm. and I just put tape on, box of tape around it. Okay, so you want to put it under your thigh, all right? Not under your knee, under your thigh. But you want to start by sitting up as straight as you can. And sometimes that within itself is a feat. But you want to sit up straight, all right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift your leg, your heel, off of the floor, all right? And when you do that, it tightens up your quad muscle, okay? And you want to hold it 10 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower it down. Now, when you're doing that lift, when you're lifting that leg, the whole time you're lifting, you keep trying to lift harder, okay? Now, when you first start, you may not be able to hold it 10 seconds. You may have to just drop it and start over. But if you'll do this, and then you can bring it down and do it again with it a little bit lower. But honestly, this is going to do the most work. Lift it. Okay, so I'm going to finish with this. I would do that 10 sets every day. And then after a couple of weeks, when you've gotten it stronger, you can start skipping it up and maybe doing it 3 times a week. But as you get older, what you're going to find is that your muscles start losing muscle strength, all right? And so you have to do more exercise to keep it. Now, I'm not saying body building and all that, but you got to be doing something. If you're not doing something, you're losing your muscle strength. So I just want to encourage you in that, okay? So I had something I was going to say, and I forgot it. But I hope that helps you. Those are just 2 simple little exercises. If you have knee pain, I have so many people that say, oh, I can't do the squats, I can't do this because of my knee pain. Well, start with that exercise. Oh, here's what I was going to say. About 15 years ago, I was busy building the wellness center, and it's actually before that. I wasn't working out, because once I built the wellness center, I did start working out. But I wasn't working out. And I looked down at my legs one day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my legs look like my mama's legs. I mean, and so I was probably 50 years old. And I'm like, I don't want that. My skin was sagging around my legs, and my legs had always been shapely because I was a dancer. I did gymnastics and all that. And so I started working on that exercise, strength. Actually, I started doing short squats and that exercise, and I shaped my legs back up, and they've stayed that way because I've continued to do those exercises. So I want to encourage you that you can change things in your body. It doesn't take a lot, all right? Okay, so now let me get over here. I'm going to do a drawing. What did I do with my, okay, here we go. All right, I'm doing a drawing. Remember I told you I'm having a master class next week. I know I'm kind of tipped here a little bit. All right, I'm doing a master class next week. It starts on Thursday, but you can get into the private Facebook group on Tuesday. So make sure I have your email. If I don't have your email, you may miss the link. I will be posting the link on here, but you may miss the link, okay? So let's see, first of all, who won the supplements for tonight. Okay, Gloria Clifton. Okay, Gloria, thank you for sharing my video. The people that get in this drawing thing are people that have shared my video, and I didn't quite have as many today as I had night before last, but I did have a few. So share this video, and you'll get in the drawing for tomorrow night, okay? And, well, actually, it won't be tomorrow night. It'll be Sunday night. So I've got a couple of days. I'm going out of town tomorrow, so I won't be doing a video tomorrow night. Okay, so, but my master class, it's a free master class where you're going to learn a lot of stuff. I'm going to be reviewing this belief system, going a little bit deeper dive into that. I'm going to be introducing you to the ketogenic diet, why you do keto. I'm going to be teaching you a lot of things about your health, and it's free. So I hope you'll join me, and I hope you'll click that little arrow going forward so this video can get out to more people. And thanks for joining me, and have a great night. Yeah, okay, give me your email. Make sure I get your email for you to be able to get all the information. I think that's it. Yep.